Welcome to Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. I'm your host, Justin Lloyd. As usual, I have with me my good friend, Henry Turner.
Hello.
This is the fourth installment of the Weller series that we've been doing, and in this video, we're going to be doing the Weller Single Barrel.
Yes, sir, we are. And the one thing that's kind of cool about this is, of course, Buffalo Trace doesn't help anything with scarcity and demand and everything else, but if you really want to have a good time with this bottle, look up the Fred Minnick video of Weller Single Barrel. I think that man single-handedly is the reason why this bottle costs so much on the secondary market.
You want to give us some stats on this one?
So this one is 97 proof, and I'm not for sure what the age statement is on it, but the one thing that's funny is it's called Weller Single Barrel, and you can't really get a store pick of this. You can get store picks of, believe it or not, the green, which is the special reserve. You can get store picks of the 107 and the full proof, but you cannot actually get a store pick of the single barrel.
I did not know that.
Yeah, or yet they may go into that.
Yeah.
And then some other cool things to talk about with this bottle too is there's a couple of big brothers out there of Weller that we've already talked about. William LaRue Weller is already out there, but there's two other ones that we do not have that's part of the Weller lineup, essentially, which is the Elmer Weller. And that was a $500 bottle that had a compass on the cork. And from what I heard, everybody who reviewed that said it's made of an Elmer wheat. And they said it's not very pleasant drink. And then you have the real big boy of it, which is the Weller Millennium. And one of those recently hit the state. And that runs for about $7,000.
That's all?
And I know a store that actually got one in and sold it the same day. So whoever that person is, good luck to you. That Weller Millennium has, I believe, 10-year-old to 19-year-old Weller in there. So it's going to be a really nice pour, but $7,000 for a bottle of whiskey?
Out of my price range.
Oh, well out of mine, sir.
All right, well, let's get into it. All right, Mr. Henry, what do we see in the glass here?
Unfortunately, I think the power suggestion with the label is going to still keep me on the orange hunt on this one. Just that nice orange hint, very similar to the CYPB. And looks like it's got some nice viscous to it.
There's some legs. Yep, for sure. I agree with you. It kind of reminds me of the CYPB color. Let's nose it, taste it, and talk about it. All right, let's see what this one's all about.
All right.
Ooh.
So not jumping out of the glass.
It's nice though.
But it's like a thicker, richer, as the other one, like the CYPB kind of filled the room. Like this one doesn't do that. It doesn't jump out of the glass, but it's like just hovering in the glass, like a dark, heavy.
Like if you're comparing the nose, the CYPB it annihilates this one.
Yes.
But this one's very nice.
I just get like a really nice dark caramel or the brown sugars. I get just a lot more just concentrated nose on this, but it's simpler, but it's just more rich to me in my humble opinion.
Also I get some leather notes, like a leather-bound book.
A little bit in there.
A little bit of the oak spice. This one's just really easy to nose. I mean, I'm not going to call this one-dimensional, but it's not as complex as, I don't think it's as complex as the 12 or the CYPB.
Well, let's drink this.
Yep, let's do it. Buttery smooth, but spicy on the front palate.
I was going to say butterscotch.
Yeah.
This one, it's not complex, but this is like a butterscotch candy all the way through.
I agree.
And it lingers. This one's got a little bit of a finish on it.
Yeah, it has a better finish, I think, than the CYPB.
Of course, it's a little bit higher proof on this one too.
Was it 97?
Yeah, 97 proof. So you get a little bit more into it with, the proof's going to deliver a little bit more flavor punch. But this one to me is not as complex. It's not, what you're going to get out of that CYPB. But my goodness, this is just a nice, solid, one-note whiskey that really lingers for a while.
Yeah. I get some light fruity, like citrus fruit, kind of at the back end on the finish. I think the finish is pretty long for this one. If you talk about medium or long, to me it's definitely a long finish. It kind of coats the mouth, the palate, kind of gets in your nasal passages a little bit. It's good. I like it a lot. But if I'm comparing, I definitely like the CYPB better.
And you said fruits on there for a little bit of maybe got some apricot.
Yeah.
Kind of where I kind of was going with that.
Yeah. Yep, that's good.
It's enjoyable. Now, Is this one of the best bourbons I've ever had in my life? I'm not going to say that.
No, not to me.
And not the best of the lineup that we had so far, but I definitely say this is something, if you got a chance to get it for MSRP, that would be one thing. And I could talk a little bit about this too, is that I was lucky enough, and yes, I will say lucky, I've gotten 3 of these at MSRP, $70. I've only kept one because maybe have I had more than that? I think it's been 3. But I've only kept this one. It's because it's a really good bottle, but it's not great. And I would say, unfortunately or fortunately, it has great trade value on this. So if you're looking to get one of these and you want to trade it, that's not a bad move to make one of these.
Yeah.
Because it's extremely rare.
Yeah. I think I probably have seen more CYPB than I have the single barrel, right?
Now, not for me, but I've seen both of these are very scarce.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of splitting hairs, I guess, there in the scarcity department.
Yeah, it's really where you shop at. One state's going to get more than the other one. That's going to be about that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's give this a score. What you got?
All right, so I would say for what's in the glass, it delivers. You know, I think it's going to still be at an 8. The price is going to be the thing that's going to be a big variable, because if you get it for MSRP, you're going to be happy about it. Secondary is going to be $500 or $600, and I don't think that what's in this bottle is worth it. Now, for the collectors who are trying to finish off the vertical, or for your first bottle, people may want to pay for that. And then the availability on this, I may give it a 1 just because I've been lucky enough to get a few of these. I actually won this one, and before I cut in, I remember this. I won this one at the McAdoo's raffle, and I was picked number 1 when I got this bottle.
How about that?
And the funny thing is, I didn't even know what Weller Single Barrel was until the day that I went there. I was happy to think about getting a Weller 12.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm similar. I'm going to go 7.75 on this one. The availability drags it down. I don't like it as much as I do the 12 or the CYPB. You know, some people might say, really, you like this one less than the 12? Yeah. I mean, I love that 12. I think it's so balanced. Now, the butterscotch flavor on this one is, I mean, it's right in your face, and it's very, very good, and it has a great finish, and it's long, and, you know, I think it's a little more one-dimensional, though.
Yeah, you're 100% right about that. And the biggest thing for me, I forgot to give my score. I'd probably put this at a 7 as well. I think if you had this would be a good addition to your shelf. It's going to look great. It's going to be a great conversational piece if you have it. And also, this can deliver that celebration pour, that unique pour if you want to have it in your house. But this is not going to be the best pour that you typically may have in your house, but it's going to be a good.
It's good, yeah. Well, I think that's all we have. So, Henry, thanks for bringing this one by. Certainly appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
If you like this content, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and smash that bell. It's going to help us out a lot, helps us grow. We appreciate it. Once again, Henry, thanks. And
thanks for having me.
We will see you next time.
See you on the next pour.